Ngayong gabi sa Counterpoint, aalamin natin ang mga kwento sa likod ng mga kontrobersya. Kikilalanin natin ang mga personalidad at mga paninindigan ng bawat panauhin. Magbibigay linaw sa bawat issue na mahalaga sa lipunan. Ako si Salvador Panelo at ito ang Counterpoint. Alam niyo ba na dapat Balintawak City ang pangalan ng Quezon City? Nagbago lamang ito dahil sa panukala ng Assemblyman na sina Narciso Ramos at Eugenio Perez na ipangalan ng lungsod kay Presidente Manuel Luis Quezon. Quezon City rin ang naging kabisera o kapital ng Pilipinas sa loob ng 28 taon. Ito ang pinakamalaking lungsod sa bansa at may pinakamalaking populasyon rin. Simula 1939 hanggang 1959, itinalaga o appointed ng President ang nagiging mayor ng Quezon City. Si Norberto Moranto ang kauna-unang nahalal na mayor ng Quezon City. Siya rin ang pinakamatagal na naging mayor ng lungsod na umabot sa 22 taon. Ang dami palang trivia tungkol sa Quezon City. Alam niyo ba yun? Napapag-usapan natin yan dahil sa episode natin ngayon, ang ina ng Quezon City, ang ating makakapanayam. Sa aming pagbabalik, makakasama natin ang ikalawang babaeng nahalal na mayor ng Quezon City. Siya rin ang ikalabing isang alkalde nito. Multi-awarded public servant sa loob at labas ng bansa. Walang iba kundi si Mayor Joy Belmonte. Pag-usapan natin ang iba't ibang issue ng Quezon City sa pagbabalik ng Counterpoint.
Kwentuhang makaka-relate kay you.
Menopause. Meron ka bang nararamdaman ng mga signs ng menopause?
Menopause really happens. In my case, I had a condition called endometriosis.
Miss Corina, ang ganda po ng hair nyo. Ano pong shampoo nyo?
Mapa-senior man kay you.
My apos are here, they're here with me, and they give me such joy. And so, kung hindi ako magtatrabaho, how could I spoil them?
O Gen Z.
Nar is actually an accent from Australia. So like when you say no, you don't say no. They say nar.
Bida kayo dito.
Sumay!
Let's just always choose to be kind.
Kaya ugaliin ang tumutok kung saan masaya at maganda ang simula ng araw. 10 a.m. to 12, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, kada umaga.
Let's get together. Sunday 25. Sunday 25. Magandang araw. Magandang araw.
Hey, my dreamy!
Welcome.
Welcome to our home. Okay, para na-experience ko naman ang elevator ng Kramer. Bye!
Magandang
Ito, favorite spot namin din dito.
It's super Sunday.
Ciao, Scarlett. Challenge done.
Ito po ang workout ng Kramer.
Magandang araw. Magandang araw. Let's get together. Sunday 25. Sunday 25.
Alam mo ba, kung gaano ko nahirapan ng sobra ng mga panahon na yun, ha? Patawarin mo ko, Eugene. Sa mga hindi makalimot sa nakaraan,
Kailangan maparusahan ka sa lahat ng pananakit mo sa akin.
pagbabayarin na sa mga ginawang kasalanan.
Traitor ka. Kung pinanatili mo lang ang moral mo, hindi sana nasira ng ganito na lang ang pamilya ko.
Sa lahat ng tao na umalis sa bansa na may kasamang 1-year-old na bata, 3 doon ang hindi pa nakikilala. At lahat yun, nagpunta rin ng Canada.
Halos kaedad mo lang yung anak kong si Yura.
Ako po ba?
Gracious Revenge. Gabi-gabi, 8 p.m. dito lang sa Net25.
Let's get together sa Net 25.
She is the daughter of the renowned newspaper publisher Betty Go Belmonte and Feliciano Sani Belmonte, who also served as Quezon City Mayor and Speaker of the House. She is a multi-awarded public servant locally and internationally. She recently received the 2022 Seal of Good Local Governments Award. Please welcome the beautiful, the smart, the intelligent Mayor Joy Belmonte. Finally, sa dami ng trabaho niyo, nakarating kayo sa amin.
Marami pong salamat at hindi ho kayo nagsawang mag-imbita sa akin dito sa
Now
inyong
tell us, Mayor Joy,
programa.
as a public servant, what moved you to be a public official? Kasi ang una-una, ang tatay mo talagang nasa politika. Ito ba naging pressure sa'yo to traverse the political landscape?
On the contrary po, my father was discouraging us from entering politics. No, hindi siya ganung klaseng ama. We all had our own ambitions and the careers. I was an archaeologist prior to entering public service. No? And I worked with the University of the Philippines and with the National Museum. And we did some excavations. And that was really my first love.
Yes, I understand. You had a master's degree in philosophy from the Institute of Archaeology in University College in London.
Yes, it's the
And
Institute of
also
Archaeology.
a master's degree in museum studies from Leicester University in the United Kingdom.
Yes, sir. So I was really inclined towards culture and the arts. That's where my heart lay. But I also liked to serve the people.
So it never was a pressure considering your environment politika na tumakbo ka. Kahit na walang pressure from your parents, on your own, hindi mo inisip na, kailangan ako maging public servant.
Not at all po. No pressure from the family. And in fact, naisip ko lang pong tumakbo nung nakita ko na there's so much positive change one can make when one is a public servant. So hindi po ako politician. I don't like politics. I'd like to differentiate between the politics side and the service side.
No, you became vice mayor, di ba?
Yes, sir.
And how was it as a vice mayor to a mayor who was a friend of ours?
Well, I was just concentrating on my job, which was to craft good legislation and to be a fiscalizer in a sense. No? Kasi checks and balances po yung vice mayor sa mayor. So I trained there, and dun po ako nagkaroon ng kasanayan para tuloy-tuloy na rin pong tumakbo bilang mayor afterwards.
So apart from your dad, sino ba nag-impluensya sa'yo nung pumasok ka na sa karera ng politika?
Well, I'd say my mother, because actually, in the service side of things, you really need a good heart, compassion, empathy, humility, and those are the things that my mother manifested. So, in terms of service, my mother really was the one that is my idol in service. No? It's just so happened that my father was a politician, and politics is the way by which you can actually achieve your goal, which is to serve the people. So while I do not like the politics side, I don't like the all the negative things associated with politics, the character assassination, all of these things. It's something you have to go through in order to be able to serve the people.
Yung sinasabi mo character assassination, how do you handle this bashing?
Well, I'm immune to them already,
immune na.
attorney,
Okay.
no? And I think it was primarily because during the pandemic, I had a really large share of bashing because of the initial, I would say, the initial reactions to the way that I was addressing the pandemic.
Oh, how did you address it nga pala?
Well,
Tell us.
I didn't really think that I did a bad job, but then apparently people started to bash me, and then others followed. Pero when I look back and I talked to my fellow mayors, we all were in the same boat. But as one fellow mayor and a friend of ours as well told me, sabi niya, pare-parehas lang naman tayong mayor na nahirapan, pero mas grabe yung makaaway mo kaysa sa makaaway namin. Kaya nabash ka.
Base ng bashing nila.
Well, they would say I was slow. They would say I didn't know how to handle the pandemic. They would say I didn't know what to do. They said I had weak leadership skills. But all of that, I'm happy to say I was able to redeem myself because just last year, Quezon City got an international award from an international body, giving us, an award, one of 5 in the whole world on health leadership for the pandemic response. No? And of course, I think the fact that I was able to win a second mandate shows that I perform my duties well.
I will vouch for your involvement talagang with passion and dedication. Kasi wala pa ako ni-reverse yun, hindi mo ginawa ng pana. Tapos yung mga pinadadala namin sa iyo, mga protective
Ayuda.
equipment.
Yeah, equipment.
Oo. At nakakarating sa akin na, nagpadala si Mayor ng ganito, ganyan. Dala, kumbaga, nagre-respond ka naman eh.
Opo.
Talagang marami lang naghahanap ng
At marami po kayong naitulong sa akin, so marami pong salamat.
Hindi sa akin yun. Sa mga kaibigan ko yun, ginagawa, ako lang naman, bigyan ko lang. Bigyan natin. Sige. Ganyan yan. Anyway, so, ano bang mga milestone na matatawag mo as first-term mayor ng una?
Nung first term, sir, one of the things that I really wanted to achieve was a clean opinion from the Commission on Audit.
Okay.
Because but based on my observations, people have a very, grim view of government in general. And in my perspective, I wanted to prove to the people that I could be a leader that could be trusted. And so one way to prove that is to be able to achieve a clean opinion from the Commission on Audit, which shows that you're able to run basically your government well. No? Wala silang nakikita na pupuna.
Irregularidad.
Walang irregularidad. No? And I was happy because I was able to achieve 2 clean COA opinions on my first term. And these are the first in the history of Quezon City.
Talaga. Congratulations.
Thank
What
you.
was your second term?
And this second term, well, I just started my second term last July. So, ang ating pinagmamalaki naman po dito ay yung, tingin ko yung Seal of Good Local Governance, which is a comprehensive award given by the DILG and encompasses all aspects of governance. So, sa Metro Manila, last year, I think there were 8 that got this seal, and this year, 5 na lang. And it's because pahirap siya ng pahirap. They add more categories, they make it harder to get the award, and yet, isa pa rin tayo sa nanatiling nakakuha ng award na ito.
At hindi lang dyan sa award na sinasabi mo, kasi yung mga surveys na binabasa ko, 97%, sabi ko, kamuntik nang maging 100% to. At malayo yung mga segunda, tercera sa'yo. Ibig lang sabihin, talagang marami kang ginagawa at na-appreciate ng tao. Kitang-kita kasi ebidensya. So, apart from yung nasabi mo ng challenge, marami ka pa bang hamon ngayong 2023 na tutukuyin mo?
Well, medyo mas na gamay ko na po ang trabaho. Hindi na po tayo masyadong nahihirapan. Alam na rin po natin na ang susi talaga for me to make the governance successful is to get the right team together.
Okay.
So I spent a lot of time looking for the right people to man the proper posts, and I was able to achieve that already. So tingin ko I've put together a very good group of people, very dedicated, very committed, and whose hearts are in the right place. So
Let's name them. Meaning to say your vice mayor is good.
Well, my vice mayor is, of course, an elected official, no? And I like him.
Di ba?
Ha?
Ikaw ang pumili na running mate mo siya?
I did, yeah. I did because mabuti ang puso niya. He's a good person, okay? We are on the same page. Parehas kaming good governance advocates.
Kumusta naman yung mga konsehal mo?
Mga konsehal ko, well, a lot of them are first-termers. So, mga
And
bata.
majority allied mo?
And majority, 3, 4 lang ang hindi ko kasama. At itong mga bata, okay, madali naman turuan, madali namang hubugin ang kanilang mga pananaw. So, they're trainable, and I'm in the process of training them to be good leaders when they are they reach the appropriate age.
Now, Mayor Joy, puntahan natin yung mga programa mo. Let's see yung peace and order situation sa Quezon City. How is it?
I think it's very good because I was thankfully given a district director who is very proactive. So meron siyang program called the 3-minute response.
Sino ito?
Si General Nicolas Torre, Nick Torre, no? And ang kanyang specialty o kanyang pinagmamalaki is within 3 minutes after you dial up our emergency number, yung 122, ay agad-agad may re-responde na. At na-practice na namin yan with them, and it's true na nangyayari talaga. No?
Eh, kumusta naman yung yung record ng criminality sa Quezon City?
Well, it's gone. I think it's gone down kasi nga napakabilis ng kanyang pagresponde. Also, we invested a lot in the needs of the Quezon City Police District. No, I really tried to have a very good working relationship with them. So malaki po ang investments namin sa CCTV cameras at sa iba pang mga pangangailangan ng police force natin in terms of their arms, yung kanilang masasakyan, mga motor. We have drones. We have a drone system na hinihiram pa ng national government kapag may mga events kasi na-monitor natin through the drone sa ating command centers lahat in real time nang nangyayari sa ating lungsod, pati traffic. So I think in that sense very innovative ang ating police force and very proactive, and I'm looking forward to them being the role model in fact na ampunin, nagagayahin ng ibang mga police forces sa
How
ating.
about education? What is your program on education?
Well, on education, during the pandemic, we were able to give tablets, no, or gadgets to in the first year all of the high school students, and then on the second year from grade 4 to grade 7, and ngayon pati grade 1 to grade 3 mabibigyan na ng tablets. So all of our children will be equipped with the gadgets that they need to do online classes should these be necessary. At alam mo, talagang tingin ko kailangan kasi ang dalas-dalas nang nagkakaroon ng call off ng klase because of course of the weather and climate change issues. At least the children, when they're home, they can still perform some of the tasks of being a student because of the gadgets that they have.
Kumusta naman yung Mayor Joy, yung mga kwarto, mga buildings?
So, sa Quezon City naman po, we did an inventory. We have about 9 schools at the moment na hindi pa siya full face-to-face classes. At pero lahat ng mga schools na ito, except for maybe one, yung Batasan National High School, kasi we cannot build up, no, dahil nandiyan yung Sandigan Bayan. So, may security threat daw kung mataas yung school building. Pero yung karamihan sa mga buildings namin, ongoing na po yung pagpapagawa ng mga additional classrooms. So, this problem of a lack of classrooms should be solved within this year.
Outside of the benefits given by the national government, meron ba yung Quezon City particular na mga benepisyo sa edukasyon na binibigay sa mga residente?
Meron po tayong 20,000 scholarships na binibigay kada semester. 20,000. No? And these can be used in schools outside of Quezon City, provided that yung recipient is a resident of Quezon City.
Oh, galing
20,000. Opo, at hindi lang po ito academic scholarships, pwede rin po for athletics at saka for culture. So kung may talents po sila, they can get scholarships as
yung
well.
Yung bang 20,000 na yan, hanggang kuleyo yan?
Kasama po ang kolehiyo. In fact, college scholarships po itong lahat kasi libre naman po ang high school, no? Pero kung kailangan ng scholarships for senior high school, kasi yung gustong aralin ng bata ay wala sa public school system, nagbibigay po tayo ng scholarships.
How about yung vocational, kung hindi nila kaya yung college?
Nagbibigay rin po tayo. So actually, the whole spectrum of educational needs ng mga bata covered ng mga scholarships po natin. And of course, dun sa ating Quezon City University, dahil ito po ay kasama sa programa ng ating mahal na Pangulong Duterte when he made everything free, kasama po yung Quezon City University, and all the students there, several thousands of them, ay libre na ang kanilang college education.
How about, Mayor Joy, I have a special advocacy, yung children with special needs. Meron ba kayong programa doon sa mga disabled persons, disabled kids?
Well, I'm happy that you asked that question because when I was the vice mayor, meron na po akong programa. I set up a center. It's called the Kabahagi Center for Children with Disabilities. Pareha po tayo ng advocacy. At tingin ko kulang kasi yung atensyon na binibigay sa mga batang ito. So this center is concentrated on just treating or giving services to children who have disabilities.
Saan po lugar yan, Mayor
And this
Jo?
is located in Barangay Batasan Hills. At recently po, we have I've just allocated funds sa iba pang mga districts. So we're going to open another 2 or 3 centers for children with disability.
So,
Pero ang binibigay po nating services dyan, diagnostic services na napakamahal kung pumunta tayo sa private practitioner. We give occupational therapy, speech therapy, physical therapy, training for the parents. We organize the parents to look after their kids in the home setting. So lahat po ng serbisyo, pati livelihood para sa mga magulang, ay binibigay po ng center na ito. And then we also have for those that suffer from mental health problems like depression, anxiety, yung mga may schizophrenia, we give free medicines to them as well. At we are the first local government that has passed a comprehensive mental health ordinance, which is a localization of the National Mental Health Act.
Mayor Joy, how about yung housing? Yan ang problema sa Quezon City. Maraming squatters, maraming walang bahay. Anong programa niyo dyan?
So, ito po ang paborito kong programa, yung pabahay, because it's the single most serious problem that we have. We have about 210,000 families that are considered informal settler families. And nagbuo po ako ng isang ordinansa with the help of the City Council before I left as Vice Mayor. We passed this. It's the Shelter Code of Quezon City at marami pong menu of housing schemes doon. So dati, isa lang po kasi ang klase ng pabahay ng predecessor ko. It is socialized housing at a cost of about 450,000. Pero marami pong hindi pa rin nila kaya ang halagang ito. So doon sila nare-relocate sa lalawigan. Pero alam naman natin that model does not work because babalik sila sa lungsod, yung trabaho nila nasa lungsod at magsasquat na naman po sila. So in our new scheme, ang dami po doon sa menu, we have a direct sale. So kapag sila ay nasa private land at willing naman yung private owner na ibenta na lang yung lupa sa pamahalaan at a reasonable cost, we buy that land and we sell it back to the people for a low cost or at cost, and they have about 20 to 25 years to pay. Tapos nade-develop pa namin yung lugar nila para mukha na silang subdivision. So that's one scheme. The second scheme is yung rental housing, and this is particular to those who really are too poor to afford even socialized housing. And ang aming pong project, this is public land. We build the building at 800 pesos lang po namin nirerenta ang isang unit, para ang isang mahirap na pamilya may dignidad pa rin, may integridad, maganda yung kanilang tinutuluyan na shelter o tahanan. Pero pagkatapos ng ilang taon, ang aming inaasahan nakapag-ipon naman itong pamilyang ito dahil napakamura ng renta, and they can move on and graduate to socialized housing or economic housing. So mas mamahal naman ng konti ang mga ito. Socialized is about now, with the inflation, mga 750,000, payable na about 20-25 years. At yung economic, dito naman sa mga may wages naman, regular wage earners, pero hindi naman gaano kataas yung mga sweldo, pero kaya nilang mag-monthly amortization. So meron tayong ganon.
Puntahan naman natin kasi sa programa ko palagi na lang ako nakakatanggap ng text on senior citizens.
Yes.
Merong gobyerno national, di ba? Pero meron mga LGUs na may sarili. Yung bang Quezon City meron din para sa senior citizens?
Opo, we have our own social pension program. Not as big as yung binibigay ng national government. Pero yung national government kasi does not cover all of the senior citizens in need. Lalo na sa lungsod namin, we have about 300,000 senior citizens. Ilan lang po ang nagiging bahagi ng national government social pension program. So we have our own. Yung mga hindi nako-cover ng national government, nabibigyan naman po at bibigyan pa ng local government.
So lahat pala covered,
Well, not all the senior citizens, of course, kasi ang dami po nila, Pero yung mga talagang nangangailangan, yung walang ibang source of income, walang GSIS, walang SSS, walang mga kamag-anak na tumutulong sa kanila, yun, tinutulungan po namin.
Pero would you believe, yung programa mo yan, pati kami nakatanggap. Sabi ko, bakit bakit may 1,000 kami rito? Sir, senior, hindi. Kailangan niya nung iba. Bakit pati kami kasama? Dapat tanggalin niyo
dapat
yung mga
burahin ko po yung
natin.
pangalan ninyo.
Oo, burahin mo na. Bigyan mo na sa iba. Kamusta yung mga jeepney drivers natin, mga bus drivers? Mayroon ba tayong programa personal?
Well, under the LTFRB po kasi sila, yung bus drivers and jeepney drivers because their franchises cross borders, no? Pero yung TODA is under, the jurisdiction of the local government. So meron po tayong fuel subsidy program.
Yes.
And at the moment, last year, we were able to give about 500 peso fuel subsidy. Sa kanila this year, I gave them fleet cards. Fleet cards na para pag magda-download ako ng ayuda, hindi na natin papatawag, basta naka-credit na lang sa fleet card nila. So I gave another 1,000 sa kanila.
Meron, I just read, kanina ba o kahapon, that Land Bank released 101 million for the tricycle drivers. Meron ba kayong nakuha doon?
Yung po ay galing sa national government naman po yung ayuda na yan. Ang alam ko po yung ilan sa aming mga TODA nakatanggap na through GCash naman. Not all pa, pero yung marami na rin po nakatanggap. Although I'm offering now, sabi ko nga sa national government, baka they can tie up with us since may fleet cards na yung mga TODA namin, i-download na lang nila sa local government para yung fleet card sa gas station na aming kapartner, fuel talaga. Yun. Kasi kung GCash, baka hindi sa gasolina mapunta. Pero at least ito, fuel subsidy siya talaga.
Meron ba kayong mga programang libreng pasakay?
Yes, meron po kaming libreng sakay program. I think we're the only local government that has 108 buses
108?
flying 8 different routes, no? Covering the entire city. At ito po ay libre sa lahat. Hindi lang po.
Binabayaran niyo yan?
Binabayaran po ng city government, yeah. Ito lagi akong tinatanong, bakit ginagawa ito? Parang isn't it masyadong magastos. Pero para sa akin hindi. Kasi nung in-interview ko yung mga beneficiaries namin, marami po ay mga manggagawa at nakakatipid po sila ng up to 3,000 pesos a month just riding our libreng sakay. So, para sa akin, hindi po sayang yung perang ginagastos, yung pondong ginagastos kasi itong natitipid ng aming mga mamamayan, nagagamit naman nila sa iba nilang mga pangangailangan. No? And this program is done in many other cities around the world, like in Boston or in Seattle. Libre ang sakay kapag downtown.
Marami ka nang napasok na kontrobersyang mga issue. Ano ang pinaka-controversial na medyo na-stress ka?
Well, hindi naman po ako na-stress.
Medyo nainis ka ng konti.
Controversial po?
Yung pinaka-controversial na pinasukan mo.
Wala naman po. Wala po.
Ba?
Yung sa ano lang, yung usual, yung political exercise. Nakakainis kung hindi mo ka-page yung katunggali mo. Halimbawa, ako, I like to campaign positively. I like to campaign by talking about my accomplishments or what I want to do for the city. Tapos yung katunggali mo, yung kanya namang pamamaraan ng pangampanya, yung paninira o pagsisinungaling or spreading disinformation, for me, nakakainis yun. Kasi you're not in the same page, but at the same time, yung responsibilidad mo na i-train mo yung taong bayan na maging mas mature sa pagpili ng mga leaders based on performance, based on platform, hindi natin nagagawa. Tingin ko tungkulin niya ng bawat leader to also help our voters, no, look at things from an issue perspective.
Did it ever cross your mind that you might lose the election nung nakaraan?
I didn't really.
Alam mo talagang sigurado na.
Hindi naman sigurado. Hindi ka never po kayo naniniguro. Lagi po tayong nagtatrabaho. Lagi naman po nandiyan naman po yung posibilidad lagi na matatalo.
May plano ka bang umakyat sa higher position?
Wala po.
Wala pa sa ngayon.
Meron po ako isa pang term So gusto ko lang talaga na lahat ng gusto kong mangyari sa lungsod magawa natin.
Anong pinaka-vision mo sa Quezon City?
Siyempre, sa kasalukuyan, gusto ko sana lahat ng mga informal settlers po namin magkaroon ng magandang bahay or decenteng tirahan. No? Kasi for me, when a family owns a home, iba talaga yung pananaw nila. No? Iba yung confidence nila, iba yung tingin nila sa pagiging citizen. No? They become more responsible citizens. And I feel that it's really a basic human right to have your own home. And I'd like to be able to provide that sa mga taong bayan. That is my dream.
Napaka-interesante po yung naging usapan namin. Sa susunod, after a few breaks, papakinggan naman po natin yung personal na buhay ni Mayor Joy. Of course, with your permission. Babalik po kami.
We're in the sky. Kaya lumilipad na naman tayo. Sino ba itong uupo ngayon sa ating iconic chairs?
Finally, nag-guess na rin ako dito. Just canceled everything for you.
Talaga, ay naku, nakakatuwa naman. Medyo kakaiba ang ating papasukin ngayong araw. The Goodwill Resort with the Goodwill Cast. Woo! Tinur niya tayo sa kanyang bagong buhay.
Mundo.
Tamang-tama, pinag-uusapan sila ng lahat ngayon. Tingnan ka!
Ayan na.
Ayan na. Alam mo talaga siya, no? Yes! Tatlong buwan! Kinasal ka na! Yes! Ngayon natin malalaman ang totoo. So now, let's spill the coffee.
Spill the coffee.
Yes. And we're here at Net25. Ito ang tahanan ng Corina Interviews.
Let's net together. Sa Net 25. Sa Net 25.
Hoy! Hoy! May tao! May tao! May tao!
Sino yung mga tao na yan?
Ano ka ba kilala mo?
Kilala niyo ba?
Tingin ko, yan yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, part ng process. Meron mga minor na magkiklaim.
Ako po nawawalang apo ni Don Julio.
Sino ka?
Ako po yung bunsong anak ni Don Julio.
Basta iba ang pakiramdam ko sa batang yan.
Oh, ano gagawin natin?
Dapat pwede sa atin siya patirahin dito para maobserbahan siya.
Ano? Matatagtagan na naman tayo sa bahay na to? Tatabi ka naman!
Let's net together. Sa Net 25. Sa Net 25.
Hello, ako si Marina Nor. Hilig niyo ba ang mga tugtugang Pinoy? Samahan niyo ako at ang aking bagong kanta na Nahulog sa Letters and Music ngayong Sabado, 1 to 2 p.m. Siyempre, dito lang sa Net 25. Kita-kits!
Mary Joy, punta naman natin yung iyong growing up here. Tell us about your childhood.
Well, I'm the youngest of 4 children. My 3 older siblings are all boys. Magkakasunod
All
sila.
boys?
Yeah, and
Buti hindi ka naging ano?
Ha?
naging lalaki. Usually ganyan eh.
Oo nga eh. My parents were quite happy naman kasi babae ako. But then, it was a happy childhood. Very happy childhood. Although, ang kakaiba sa childhood ko, I had 2 working parents.
Okay.
So,
may yaya ka?
May yaya, may nani, may yaya, oo. Pero hindi rin naman, I was very independent at such a young age. And ang maganda kasi dyan is pag yung nanay mo nagtatrabaho, they say when a mother kasi is working, the child appreciates work more, no, and appreciates their mother more, no, in the sense that they know that their mother is also a productive member of society. So I hardly saw my mother, and yet I have very high regard for her.
Oh, tell us about that.
Well, she was somebody who really loved the country. I think that's something that many people know. So she founded 2 newspapers. I was very close to her, and she was a great influence in my life. So she for me the greatest influence in my life was my mother.
What's her most endearing quality as a mother?
As a mother, well, you know, like I said, we didn't spend a lot of time together because of her work. But when she spends time with me, it's really quality time. And she made me try to understand her work, no? Rather than be apologetic, sorry, we cannot spend time together, I should be home cooking, mga ganyan, those stereotypes. Because many mothers are like that, they get guilty. My mother was never guilty.
Pero nakaka-attend ba siya pag meron ka mga activities sa eskwelahan?
Oo, meron naman. Pero hindi siya guilty. It's talagang sabi, dapat matuto ka na ganito ang role ng kababaihan. Kailangan maging bahagi ka ng lipunan. So I learned early on that it's important for women to be participating as well in nation building.
Anong naalala niyang lesson na binigay sa'yo na hindi mo nakakalimutan? That guided you?
Well, this is surprising ha, but I'll never forget. Sabi niya sa akin, number 1 in your life is God.
Okay.
Number 2 is your country.
Oh.
Number 3 lang is your family. Sabi niya, because when you serve your country, your family should understand. They should understand. Hindi dapat sila magselos. Dapat maging masaya sila para sa'yo. Kung naglilingkod ka para sa bayan, yun tinuro sa akin ng nanay ko yun.
How about your dad? Tell us about your dad.
My dad is a sweet, very nice man, very loving father. And what I learned from him is discipline and the work ethic. So, laging sinasabi ng mga tao, I'm the hardest working local government official. They always say,
I agree.
babaeng hindi natutulog. May mga ganyang tawag sa akin yung mga barangay officials, hindi nagpapahinga. But it's really because my father was exactly like that. Parehas kami. So, binana ko yun sa tatay ko, na there's joy in work.
Aba, kahit na ganyan ang trabaho mo, kita mo na may tsura mo, maganda, mukha ka pang bata, parang walang binatbat yung trabaho mo sa iyo.
Kasi nag-enjoy po tayo sa ginagawa po natin. Yeah.
Now, ano namang, kasi siyempre naging mayor siya, di ba? Kinukumpara ka ba sa kanya?
Actually, hindi.
Hindi ah?
Oo, hindi. Oo. Kasi
baka he will suffer by comparison. Sorry. Spirit Sunny. Biro.
No, well, he would be happy kung sinabi ng mga tao, ang galing na anak mo.
Siyempre,
Siyempre, happy siya.
All parents would be, kasi yung anak ko, pag sinasabi niya, mas magaling ako sa edad. Dapat lang. Otherwise, hindi kita anak.
Pero yung tatay ko, kasi iba yung mga problema ng lungsod nung siya ang mayor. Kumpara sa nung ako naman yung naging mayor. Pero I would like to state na I am reaping what he has sown. No? Kasi nung panahon na, nung mayor siya, napakalaki ng utang ng lungsod Quezon. So he was known as the good with fiscal management. No, a good manager. Kumbaga, siya ang nagbayad ng utang ng lungsod at siya ang, yung kanyang magandang pangangasiwa ang dahilan kung bakit umarangkada bigla yung lungsod. Kasi,
in the style of leadership, is there any difference between you and him?
I think that we have a very different style of leadership. I really can't think of anything at the moment that I can, but iba yung aming mga advocacies, iba yung aming mga pinaglalaban, iba rin yung mahalaga sa kanya, iba yung mahalaga sa akin. No?
Ano naman ang pinaka-lesson na tutuhan mo sa kanya?
Well, yung tatay ko, yun sinabi ko sa iyo, yung disiplina pero fairness. Sabi niya, alam mo, yung mga politiko, madalas napapabayaan yung mga taxpayers kasi mas marami yung mga urban poor. So, hindi na naalala yung mga nasa subdivision kasi ilan lang naman sila. Hindi sila masyadong active sa pagboboto. But he always tells me, everybody, you must be treated fairly. And that is the reason why yung aking slogan, nung tumakbo ko kasama ka sa pag-unlad, lahat kasama, hindi dapat naiiwan ng any sector.
Now, puntahan naman natin yung pamilya mo. Tell us about your husband, your children.
I have only one son. He's 13 years old at the moment, and he's active with the student council. So I'd like to think that he learned service from me. Kasi very active siya talaga sa mga projects sa schools. And his academics are also very good.
High school pa siya?
High school. Grade 8.
So, mag-graduate na.
Malayo-layo pa hanggang grade 12 kasi. Tapos yung asawa ko ay private sector. He used to head one of the top online platforms for shopping, online shopping platforms natin. And he's still there working in that space, no? Pero now he's into venture capitalism. So ang venture capitalist, yun yung naghahanap ng mga startups na magagaling, pero walang sapat na pondo, walang sapat na suporta. So yun ngayon yung passion niya, tulungan itong mga techpreneurs na mag-take off.
Ayaw mo naman dagdagan yung nag-iisa mong anak. Pwede ka pa naman.
Hindi, ayoko na. Okay na isa.
Ayaw mo na may babae?
Hindi na rin, kasi yung buong constituency mo naman, responsibilidad mo eh. So in a way, I feel they're my family. So, okay na. And it helps, no? Gusto ko lang banggitin na nakakatulong na yung asawa mo nasa private sector, hindi politiko, hindi interesado sa politika. In fact, hindi siya proud na mayor yung asawa niya. Parang, tingin niya kasi isa siya sa mga nasa, alam mo yung social groups na parang very cynical about governance, about government, and about politicians in general. So, nakakatulong sa akin, i-balance no? Kailangan, I have to first convince my husband that I'm doing well before, or something good. Because in my own home, I have a husband who's very cynical about government and governance and government
Hindi naman
officials.
nagiging source of conflict yan.
Hindi naman.
Iba ang
Hindi naman.
kanyang perception
Hindi naman. So talagang the challenge is always there, no, to really practice my advocacy of good governance, because my own husband, binabantayan ako na kailangan good governance advocate ka. Tsaka lang ako magiging proud sa'yo kung makita ko na talagang ikaw ay isang role model for future generations of leaders. No?
Ay, narating na yun. Kaya okay na. O teka muna, ano naman ang hindi alam ng mga tao sa'yo? Meron pa ba silang hindi alam sa ugali mo, sa estilo mo?
Tingin ko, alam na lahat. I'm very transparent with the way I am. Hindi ako mapagtago sa taong bayan. Wala namang. Siguro hindi ko lang nabanggit sa mga tao na ngayon ay binabanggit ko sa'yo dahil ko convince mo akong kumanta, hindi po ako marunong kumanta. So,
Pakakantayin ka sana namin
So that's very bad sa isang politiko kasi kailangan
Pero
marunong
nagsasayaw ka.
kumanta, di ba? Natuto na rin.
Yun. Mamaya, kailangan magsayaw tayo para makita nila yung ibang side mo naman. Teka muna, in 3 words, how will you describe yourself?
Well, I would say I'm a servant leader. That's 2. And then I'm an advocate. There are really things that I feel strongly about that I would work very hard to achieve.
Ano naman ang greatest legacy na gusto mong iwanan pag ikay wala na sa serbisyo?
Sana ako, gusto ko sana tapos ko sa serbisyo at balikan ng mga mag-aaral yung history books, makikita nila yung nagpalaganap, yung nagsulong ng mabuting pangasiwa ng lungsod ay si Mayor Joy Belmonte. Kumbaga, I would like to be known as the champion of good governance in Quezon City.
Napunta naman natin. Meron tayong interesting segment dito. It's a fun segment. I'm giving you all these emojis. Magpapakita kami ng larawan ng tao dyan. And then you respond by showing it sa screen kung ano reaction mo. Kung caring, love, sad.
Okay.
Marami yan. Kaya isa-isa natin, you can also add. You can comment or whatever. The first one is...
Ayan.
Hindi ko kilala yan, si Ray Alimuring.
Yan ang aking husband, si Raymond Alimurong.
Ako nga pala, dahil Belmonte ka nga pala, kaya nag-isip pa ako kung sino. Apart from, sabagay sinabi mo na kanina na very cynical about governance.
Yeah, but very
supportive.
positive. Very supportive. Yeah, very supportive.
How about your dad?
Love din. I love my father. I would not be here without him. And until now, he continues to guide me.
Siya ba yung nakasama mo na sa biyahe at katabi mo sa upuan?
Yes, oo.
Anong...
Kailangan ay gising na gising ka.
Dahil?
Katabi mo yung daddy ko kasi he can talk to you for 5 hours.
I agree.
He's a storyteller.
kaya nga tinanong kita, baka hindi mo alam ako magkikwento sa'yo.
Kinentuhan ka ba niya the whole time na
Basta palagi kami magkasama sa biyahe, kaya walang tigil talaga yan. Kaya ang dami ko nang alam tungkol sa inyo, sa'yo, at sa mga kapatid mo. How about the next one? Ito, hindi ko rin kilala ito. Sino ba ito? Daryl Yap.
Daryl, okay.
Sino ba si Daryl sa buhay mo?
Si Daryl, okay, I would say like.
Who is
kasi
he ba?
si Daryl Yap yung gumawa ng isang video tungkol sa akin na ginamit laban sa akin ng aking katunggali, which starred I de las Alas playing myself, and then Daryl was the director. And it was satirical. It was made to make me look bad, no? Pero what I liked about him was he actually came and apologized to me in the office.
Di ba, lalo kang sumisikat. Pag ginagawa ka ng gano'n, lalo kang sikat. Next! It's... kilala mo na yan.
Si President? Well, I'd say like. I'd like, because I want him to be able to do a good job for the country.
To succeed.
Yes, I want him to succeed because the
okay.
success of the president is the success of every Filipino.
He has to succeed.
Yes.
Napuntahan naman natin yung mutual friend natin.
Okay.
Yung iyong katunggali.
Yung aking katunggali. Wala, meron bang deadma?
Meron dyan pinapatawad na kita.
Well, hindi naman siya humihingi ng kapatawaran eh. So, wala akong feeling sa kanya actually.
Siya meron.
Wala akong, no emoji can describe how I feel, which is deadma. These are all emotions. I have no emotions for him.
Kaya kailangan meron tayong emoji deadma.
Paad mo.
Next. Ayan. Dapat kilala mo rin yan.
Yes, ako like ko si President Duterte.
Anong gusto mo sa kanya nung siya'y presidente?
I loved him. Alam niyo po ba, one time, I was a new vice mayor. At I was still vice mayor pala, so it was good. My third term, I visited him with my father, and he gave me a book. He told me, I will never forget, he said, ikaw, di ba sa Quezon City yung vice mayor yung head ng anti-drug campaign? I said, opo sir, I am. I'm the head of the anti. And he gave me this book, and it was about the situation in Latin America in terms of drugs, no? Yung situation. Very deep book. And he signed it and he said, Iha, basahin mo ito. And good luck sa kampanya mo. Kasi yung kampanya mo, yan yung kampanya ko rin. And I feel like he's such a father. Para siyang ama, parang tatay. My father has very good fond memories of President Duterte because when they were both congressmen, they would travel together.
Sila.
So lahat ng narinig mong kwento na rin niya kay PRD.
Pero anong quality ni Presidente nung siya Presidente na gustong-gusto mo?
Ay, gusto ko yung very decisive siya. I love that. Oo, decisive siya. Hindi siya wishy-washy.
Pag sinabi niya, talagang ginagawa
niya.
Pag sinabi niya, pag hindi ka nagbayad, hindi ka na mag-landing niya bukas. Punta ka na sa Japan or sa Hong Kong. Bayad siya.
Opo, yeah.
Ayan, gano'n.
Oo, gusto ko po yung ganyan quality niya.
How about this one? Ito, kasama natin to sa media. Si Jay Sonza.
Si Jay Sonza. Okay, ako naman, sad.
Bakit? Binabanatan ka ba ni Jay?
Yeah, because nung time ng pandemic, isa siya sa bumabanat sa akin.
Oy, Jay, mali ka.
Isa siya doon. Hindi ko makakalimutan yung mga sinulat niya.
Gano'n? Ito naman. Ito, kaibigan mo ba ito?
Ay, ito, oo.
Yan yung nag-satire sa'yo. Yung gumanap na ikaw.
Yeah, I feel sad for her. Kasi isa siya sa mga top-notch actresses natin, award winner ng MMFF, Metro Manila Film Festival. Tapos to have to resort to doing that kind of work, for me, napababa niya yung sarili niya. Hindi niya kinailangan gawin yun.
Baka naman talent fee lang yun, talent
yun na nga eh. So marami tuloy nagsabi, mataas siguro yung naibayad na talent fee, but somebody of her level, her caliber, dapat maging selective. Opinion ko lang na sana naging selective siya sa mga projects niya.
Okay. Meron pa ba? Wala na. Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Mayor
much.
Joy, after so many attempts of
but I'm grateful.
Inviting you.
Thank you for the opportunity, Attorney, for inviting me to your show. It's such a pleasure to be here.
Kinukulit ko nga yan. Sir, hindi pa. Hindi, kulitin mo. Imbita mo ng imbita. Hanggat umuho. Kailangan natin siya.
Thank you so much for the chance, Bon.
Thank you so much. You honor us with your presence.
Thank you, sir. And I'm honored to be here.
Babalik po ang Counterpoint. Makalipas ang ilang patalas na.
The stars in the world of business joined us for a night of recognition and celebration at the Open for Business Trailblazers Awards. We're giving you, our beloved viewers, more highlights from this historic event and interviews from industry experts. We are now open for business.
Open for Business with Cesar Vallejos, Sunday, 9 p.m.
Sunday 25.
Pasiglahin ang araw ng linggo. Kayo'y maaantig.
Huwag mo ubusin ang luha mo sa wala dito.
Mapapaisip.
What are we gonna do?
Matatawa.
Why so much food? Even no money, no honey, we make utang-utang.
Mapapahanga. At mapapainda. Kasama si Daki. Ang nag-iisang comedy king Dolphy.
Ano pangalan mo? Big po. Big po. Ano mo si Fernando po?
Tito Vic and Joey.
Mahirap ikwento, Vicky. Mahabang istorya.
At marami pang artista na kinagigiliwan noon magpahanggang ngayon. Cine Throwback. Tuwing linggo, alas 12 ng tanghali sa Net 25.
Let's net together sa Net 25.
Makipagtawanan at makipagkulitan sa na-compose naming pranks at practical jokes na dapat niyong abangan ngayong Sabado. Meron tayong instant camera na instant basa ang hatid sa mga tao.
Pwede po ba tayo mag-picture dito ba?
Papa P at nagbabalik na giant teddy bear. Marami ang napasigaw at napatakbo everywhere.
Go, go, go! Go, go, go!
At celebrity accomplished na basketballista. Nagpa-shoot that ball prank there sa mga tao.
Ikaw, yan. Oh, oh. Ay, kapos eh. Oh, oh. Ano ba yan? Mali.
Ano? All that and more kulitan at tawanan ngayong Sabado, alas 8 ng gabi sa Oh No, It's B.O. Biro Only.
It's B.O. It's B.O. It's B.O. Together sa Net 25.
Isang bulag na naipasa ang board exam. Kahit totally blind, si Nerica Escario, 27 years old, ay pumasa siya sa Licensure Examination for Teachers o LET Secondary noong October 2022. Dating nakakakita si Nerica pero tuluyang nabulag matapos makagraduate sa college noong 2016 dahil sa isang autoimmune disease. Taong 2016, gumising na lang siya na wala nang nakikita. Ayon sa findings ng mga doktor, si Nerica ay may Behçet's disease, isang rare autoimmune disease na sumisira ng nerves sa iba't ibang bahagi ng katawan. Ang tinamaan kay Nerica ay ang nerves sa mga mata kaya kalaunan ay nawalan siya ng paningin. Sa una ay pinanghinaan siya ng loob at muntik nang sumuko. Pero dahil sa suporta ng kanyang pamilya ay pumasa siya sa nasabing board exam. Tunay nga nakahanga-hanga ang tulad ni Nerica. Kaya sa Counterpoint, saludo kami sa'yo. Marami ang tulad ni Nerica na may kapansanan na malaki ang potensyal pero hindi nabibigyan ng pagkakataon dahil sa kakulangan ng suporta. Ito ang pangunahing mission ng World Blind Union o WBU na binubuo ng mahigit sa 600 organisasyon mula sa 158 mga bansa sa buong mundo. Isinusulong nila sa United Nations Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities ang proteksyon sa mga karapatan ng mga bulag at partially blind sa buong mundo. Ilan sa mga karapatang nasa prioridad nila ay ang karapatan sa maayos na edukasyon na may sapat na kagamitan at sistema na akma sa kanilang limitadong kakayahan. Integral development, independence at partisipasyon para sa mga bulag at partially sighted sa lipunan. Mabigyan ng kagamitan, technical assistance, special teaching at learning materials upang maka-access sa extracurricular activities. Maging ang pagkakaroon ng guro na bihasa sa Braille para maging skillful din ang mga estudyante na may kapansanan ay sakop rin ng kanilang karapatan sa edukasyon. Right to health services. Kasama rito ang pantay na access sa lahat ng kailangang serbisyong pangkalusugan, kasama ang mga kailangang treatment at procedure. right to vocational training and employment. Ang bawat visually challenged individual ay may karapatang makapag-training at mabigyan ng pantay na pagkakataong matanggap sa trabaho batay sa kanilang kwalifikasyon. Karapatan rin nilang mabigyan ng mga gamit na kinakailangan upang makapaghanap buhay, katulad ng braille, large print, audio at electronic text. Ilan lamang ang mga nabanggit sa marami pang karapatan ng mga visually challenged individuals. Dito sa Pilipinas, bagaman may mga batas na nagpoproteksyon sa kanilang mga karapatan, nananatili pa ring isang malaking hamon ang mabuhay ng may kapansanan.
Alam namin ang iyong pagsisikap. Dama namin ang iyong mga sakripisyo. Kita namin ang pagharap mo sa bawat pagsubok. Kaya sa kabila ng mga hamon ng buhay, nandito kami para umalalay.
Magandang araw, magandang araw.
Hey, my dreamy!
Welcome.
Welcome to our home.
Hi.
Okay, parang na-experience ko naman ang elevator ng Kramer.
Bye!
Ito, favorite spot namin din dito.
Ciao, Scarlett. Challenge done.
Ito po ang workout ng Kramer.
Magandang araw, magandang araw. Let's get together. Sunday 25. Sunday 25.
Hoy! Hoy! May tao! May tao! May tao!
Sino yung mga tao na yan?
Ano ka ba kilala mo?
Kilala niyo ba?
Tingin ko, yan yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, part ng process. Meron mga minor na magkiklaim.
Ako po nawawalang apo ni Don Julio.
Sino ka?
Ako po yung bunsong anak ni Don Julio.
Basta iba ang pakiramdam ko sa batang yan.
Oh, ano gagawin natin?
Dapat pwede sa atin siya patirahin dito para maobserbahan siya.
Ano? Matatagtagan na naman tayo sa bahay na to?
Kami ka naman.
Let's get together.
One goal, one dream. Road to Storkada. Monday to Friday, 5:30 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Let's get together. Sunday 25. Sunday 25.
Capping tonight's show, I will leave you with this line from Sherry Drew, an American author and publicist. There is no greater name for a leader than mother or father. There is no leadership more important than parenthood. Join me again next week as we engage with some of the most interesting, influential, and controversial personalities. I am Salvador Panelo, and this is Counterpoint. Mayor Joy, magsayaw tayo dahil ayaw mong kumanta. Sayo ko lang, balita ko, magaling ka sumayaw.